Here at the Santa Barbara Hospital Museum, we're dedicated to the education and the history of medical care here in St. Augustine during the first colonial period. That period lasted from 1565 up until 1763. The hospital itself was founded in the year 1600 as a 6-bed soldiers' hospital, but it tended to the needs of all the citizens of this fledgling Spanish colony. Frontier life brought about many dangers. As a military outpost, soldiers were, of course, from time to time wounded, but most visitors to the hospital were victims of accidents, animal attacks, much more mundane than warfare, but no less life-threatening. While visiting the museum, you'll see our operating room, where necessary surgeries were performed as a last resort. Remember, no painkillers were readily available for surgery patients. Procedures were brutal, but necessary. Then it's on to the infirmary for some recovery time and treatments from our physician. Maybe a few leeches to increase circulation, and finally into the apothecary to learn about all the roots, herbs, and natural remedies to assist in healing, treatment, or even the prevention of ailments.
There was a real Santa Barbara hospital here in St. Augustine. It was built in the year 1600. The original building no longer exists, but it was a part of really the very earliest efforts to establish a healthcare system here for both the soldiers and the citizens here in this colony. Now, we at the Santa Barbara Hospital Museum would like to pay homage to that original effort and to the role that it played in St. Augustine's continued success.
The Santa Barbara Hospital Museum is a living history museum about colonial medicine and healthcare practices from the first Spanish period here in St. Augustine, which the Spanish period covers about 2 centuries of time. So there were a lot of advancements made during that time. I guess you can call them advancements. Medical procedures were created and refined during that time period. The Spanish back then were primarily Catholic, and Santa Barbara, or Saint Barbara, was the patron saint of artillerymen, which seemed like a fitting name for a hospital that treated soldiers and their families.
The museum is for all ages, from children up to seniors. Everyone will be entertained and a bit fascinated by the practices and procedures of the first Spanish period. Other practices and procedures will seem very similar to hospitals of today. It's a family-friendly, educational, and fun, entertaining experience. The Santa Barbara Hospital Museum, where we keep history alive.